Do you ever look around and think, wow, the world is a crazy place, and it just seems to get crazier and crazier? Ease your mind and take a break. This is Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We're a hub for inspirational Christian sermons, practical keys for Christian living, and Christian discussions and interviews. You'll be inspired to live the life that you were created for. Your host is a top-ranking podcaster, best-selling author, world record holder, aerospace engineer, life coach, evangelist, and founder of John Giftah International. Welcome to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah.
When we look at the fact today, young people in general are going through so much of identity crisis, low self-esteem, and there's so much happening because they're not able to accept themselves for who God created them to be. There's so much of pressure that's laid out because of the filters on social media. There's all these advertisements which has pictured what is meant as, ideal, or what is idealism, or whatever they call it. So in that regard, like as an individual, are there things in your life that you found difficult to accept yourself in, or maybe a personality trait or a characteristic, and you found it really hard to accept? And if you did, how did you deal with it? And how can those who are listening and watching can also deal with it and accept themselves for who God created them to be?
When I used to be younger, whenever I would feel like I'm a very, I feel like maybe I'm like too overbearing, or like people think I'm like a burden, or the things that I say are like kind of annoying and things like that. I would think like, oh no, I have to like not be like too open and loud and like chatty, or else people won't like me and things like that. Some people will say, if you do this, then people won't like you. When you're younger, people would say that. That used to really get to me. I would really think about that a lot and think, oh no, I shouldn't speak that much. I shouldn't say this. I should behave in a certain way and things like that. Some things that are in my personality, I would try to change about myself. But then as I grew older, I realized people are just so busy that they don't even recognize or see that closely enough to even like pick that apart and be like, oh, she's annoying. The things that she does in this way is wrong. People go through this when they have social anxiety. I don't want people to hate me. That kind of a mindset. I used to have that, but then as
people pleasing kind, right?
Pardon?
No, you said like people pleasing kind of a mindset. You want them to like you.
Yeah. So I wouldn't do certain things because I thought they wouldn't like it. But then as I grew older, people have so much going on in their own lives that they might not even like notice it. So just be yourself, be bubbly, there'll be a certain group of people who will automatically attach with you because they like those personality traits, they like those characteristics, and the people who are for you will come and connect with you. And that's how I've like been gelling with my group of friends, even though we're all different, but then we encourage each other, and like it's never a judgmental zone. There's no judgment between each other, putting each other down, or saying like sarcastic comments to put each other down, but it's always like in good fun and lighthearted fun and things like that. So we should never say, oh, I should be like this. People might think if I'm like this, people might think something wrong about me and things like that. Just be yourself and always have a good intention of however you're presenting yourself and the things that you do behind the things that you say. So yeah, everyone is unique, and yeah, you definitely have a place in this world. You should never feel like you are a misfit it's good to stand out sometimes, be unique.
Absolutely true. Just be who God has created you to be. Like every piece of a puzzle, it seems stupid till you understand. Without that, the puzzle won't make any sense, right? So every one of us are in the puzzle of God. And when you were sharing about, what other people think, I was reminded of this statement people say, at 20 years of age, we wonder what will people think of us. At 40, we wonder like, okay, I don't care what people think about us. At 60, we realized that nobody was even thinking about us. So in that regard, we realized like, okay, there's no point in living for other people. By the end of the day, you have to give an account to God for your life. And that's based on how you are living to your true identity and purpose that God has created you for.
You've been listening to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We hope you were blessed and inspired to live the life that God has for you. Make sure to subscribe to the John Giftah YouTube channel for regular uploads of sermons, skits, interviews, and more. Follow John Giftah on Instagram for regular inspirational posts. And don't forget to check out the best-selling books written by John Giftah, Who Am I?, which will help you understand your identity, and the latest #1 bestseller, Unveil Your Purpose, helping you discover your purpose and to start walking in it. Make sure to leave a rating and review, and be sure to share it with your friends and loved ones. If you'd like to donate, you can find the PayPal link in the description. And if you'd like to invite John Giftah to speak at your event or to get more details, go to the website at www.johngiftah.com. See you on the next episode of The Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. God bless you.
If your heart stops beating now, do you know where you're going? If you came face to face with death now, do you know where you're going? And this is not a message of condemnation. This is a message of hope. There is a God who loves you so much. He sent His only Son, Jesus Christ, to come down and pay a heavy price by shedding every drop of His blood on the cross.
Thank you for dying for my sins.
When you believe in Him, you have free gift of salvation for you.
That assures us that we will go to heaven when we die instead of suffering in hell forever.
I just encourage you today to make the simple step of faith and say, Jesus, I thank you for what you did on the cross. Thank you for giving me this gift of eternal life.